Welcome back to Truly Heal, and in this video I'm going to show you the app. You probably realize that the app is just the end result, the culprit of everything that we've done. The protocol was number one, and protocol is actually the foundation. I call it the stem. Then the mind map was actually showcasing and realizing how involved everything is and how interconnected everything is. So that was like the leaves. And then we have the flower coming out, and that's the app. The app is the end result that helps us to use and to apply the protocol with great ease. And I'll show you in this video, just very short, in this little mock-up, and I've set up the camera here so that you can see what the app does and how it can be used. So when you start the app, it comes to this first screen, and then you have here the username and password. You enter that, and again, you can use the app on an iPad, on an Android, on a Mac, on a PC. You can use it in many different forms. So once you've logged in, the data is encrypted and safe. It's stored on our secure server with double encryption and HTTPS data safety for medical devices. So it's actually safe. And we have plenty of additions that are just, you know, all unfolding. Our mind keeps spinning. I'll explain them in a moment. So as you log in, you have your details from your patients load into the device. So if you work at home on your iPad and then you work in the clinic on your computer, then as soon as you log in, the data is available to you. It's cloud hosted, and that makes it very versatile for you to be at many different places and still have access to all your details. The server is also double backed up, so we have a full backup constantly running, that when something happens or there is maintenance, that you always have the data available to you. Now, as we log in into the screen, you can see in this screen here all your clients, and these are just test clients being set up, so don't worry about that. Now, these clients have just can be searched in the search field by name, by date, by disease, by everything. All the keywords are searched for, and if you click on one of the clients, then it jumps into the client screen. Now, this is actually the big powerhouse. This is where we've had a lot of ideas that slowly make this use mind map manageable. So when you start with adding a client, you can set here new client, and then you would enter all the details. You can write in their first reason why they came. We also add now a referral, who sent you, so that we can actually track that. And that's the first screen. On the right hand side, you see here, this is like the client's chart, the client map. And let me just go a little bit further down in the screen. You can see here on the left hand side, we can turn on departments, chapters that we check, and we can turn them off. So as soon as you flick that right and left, you see on the right hand side those departments. And then in the second step, you can turn on and off all the marks, all the flags, and all the notes that you have made. So if I say, okay, I've worked with my client through infections, I've done the test, so you would turn on infections, and then you look what's in treatment, and it will be listed here. What is flagged with alarm that we need to deal with it, and then it will be listed. What has been checked okay, and also what has not been checked. What did I not look after? Maybe I still haven't found the cause. I went through the preliminary or the first indications, but they didn't reveal anything, so maybe I haven't checked everything. So you can show all the things that have not been looked after, and that's like a stunning thing, because it is very complex, and some patients it's very obvious. You just start out and it's crystal clear. That's the problem, that's what needs to be resolved, and then they get better. And that's the ones where we hear, you know, like, I changed my diet and wow, all the cancer disappeared. Well, not everybody is that lucky. Some people have really hidden infections. They have parasites. They have very toxic gut bacteria. So it could be many things, or 2 or 3 or 4 reasons at the same time. So what is not yet checked, and then you will have the list per department. Now that's actually the dream. Also, we have an educational. So everything that we test or check has an educational chapter. So if a client then has to change their living conditions, has to change their diet, we've added some text, and that is something you just click that for that department, gut health, and then you can print that out for the patient and give it to them. And it will add your logo, your company statement, your everything to it. Now, that's, a very simple way to work through and to add all the things that are relevant for the client. Okay, now let's just move on to the next screen. And that is when we start, and let me just go back. You see here client chart. You just click on that client chart and then you jump to the client and have actually a look at all those different areas. In those areas you will see all the things that have notes, that have flags. Now those areas have not been checked. They're completely empty. But those have already flags and have notes. So let's say we would look into deficiencies, and you can see deficiencies up here as a headline. Then we have types of deficiencies, causes for deficiency, and we just click on test for deficiencies. And then we would see the whole chart. Everything that's important. Now you can flag it, you can mark it, you can make your notes. Hasn't been relevant. The blood test showed very, very bad results. Now we do an intracellular blood test to really see if that's true. So checking all the different levels, and if you click on any of those, let's go into the deficiency scan. It opens up. It shows you like here iodine, and it scrolls all the way down. That's not on my screen yet, but it will. So you can scroll through all the different deficiencies, and if you click on iodine, then it opens up. You see here the subchapter, and it shows all the implications for low iodine, supplementation. We've added actually photos, videos, graphs, and charts. Now that will be increased over time as we interview experts and really hone in on that particular subject. So we don't need to go with a general practitioner. We really make use of top experts and implement that into the app. So all the videos, all the things that are relevant will then be a fingertip away. So you click on the photo or you click on the video, and then you'll have that straight away. You can see that up here, this has been already with a note or with a flag. So if you click on the flag, it will open up a window. And let's just do that. Now this window is a pop-up that will open up on any of the left corners of the screen. As soon as you do that, you have here a note field where you can type in your notes. And as soon as you've done your notes, you can flag it. In treatment, I've just prescribed the client vitamin D, 10,000 IU for the beginning or 15,000 IU to bring their levels up, and then to flare out after a month or two and do another check and see whether they have reached the minimum. Notes, they will be stored with dates, they will be stored with flag. So when you go back to the patient screen and you have up here, you will be able to read instantly what those clients had, what you've flagged, what kind of practitioner notes you added. And let's just say you work in a team and you have different doctors working on the same patient, then they would be able to see on their screen straight away. Doctor 1 has added this. Psychologist had made these and these notes and recommended these and these supplements. And all of a sudden, every patient becomes very transparent if you turn on all. But then you can go selective into certain areas and hone in on the problem and work through. So that's pretty much it. We have up here an image that is account. So as soon as you click onto account, you can set up your team. Now that is only available in the clinical app, where you work with partners or with a group of practitioners together. So you would have here the clinic name, and that's with your company logo. That will be printed on all labels, invoices, whatever you do. And then you can set up your partners, and you give them, the name. You would give them or enter their email, set up their password, and you give it to them so no one else can access that field. And then you would write their position, psychology, dietitian, whatever it is. And then whatever notes they make, whatever they write, will be noted under their name. So it really is very easy to backtrack what every client or what every doctor did with every patient and whether they've done the tests or not. And the feature of not yet checked is really great because it helps us to establish a very, very solid foundation and protocol for every patient to find the main problem of their disease or their cause of cancer. All right, that's pretty much the app. We have some stunning ideas that we've just started to, well, research and look for funding. For example, the new iPhone watch that comes out has 2 sensors at the bottom that can check heart rate variability and stress factors, which means you can read that directly into the app and read. And there is plenty more. We have the API control to import laboratory results directly into the app so that when you send in laboratory tests, that they will be immediately imported into the system and populated with a notification for the patient. So there's plenty more to come. This is just the beginning, but I think it's a stunning start that will help coaches and health professionals and health practitioners really to do a very thorough job and a very educated approach to cancer. All right? Now, if you are interested in that, don't let this chance pass by. Come to one of our workshops. I have the app with me. We will work through, I show you exactly how we work through every detail. We'll go through all those strands like the mind map. We open it all up and you'll learn how to really make use of this in the most stunning way. So if that's something you're interested in and you would like to work with your clients or even yourself with it, then come to the workshop and join us in either New Zealand, Australia, America. Hawaii is a separate country for me, or in Canada. And then later towards the year we'll be in Europe. Okay? See you there.